Welcome back to Haunted Pages. I'm your host, Beth. Today we will be discussing The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. After finishing The Moonstone, the thing that stayed with me most was Franklin Blake and his determination to discover the truth. At one point in the story, he is willing to reenact the very scene of the crime in order to understand what really happened. No matter the cost to him, he wants answers. That willingness stuck with me deeply. Franklin Blake values truth so much that he is willing to put his own reputation and even his peace of mind at risk to uncover it. The world of the Moonstone centers around an English estate in Yorkshire. But the atmosphere of the story is anything but peaceful. From the moment the diamond disappears, the entire household becomes uneasy. Suspicion grows. People begin to watch one another more carefully. The atmosphere almost feels electric, as if everyone knows something is wrong, but no one yet understands what the truth really is. The character who stayed with me the most was Franklin Blake. What stood out about him was his honesty and his determination. He wants the truth, even when the truth might implicate him. And that kind of courage is rare. In a story filled with submission and misunderstanding, Franklin Blake becomes someone who refuses to rest until the truth is finally revealed. One thing this story reveals, quietly reveals, is that even in a world where deception and misunderstanding exist, there are still people who are determined to pursue what is right. Every story has its villains, and real life does too. But someone must also be willing to seek the truth. Sometimes the hero is not the strongest or the most dramatic person. Sometimes the hero is simply the one who refuses to give up on the search for what is true. One of the deeper questions of the Moonstone raises is whether a person's conscience can recover once it has been damaged or lost. What happens when truth is hidden? What happens when we begin to doubt ourselves? Or doubt those around us? Collins shows us how easily suspicion can distort relationships and cloud judgment. And yet he also shows that truth, though delayed, has a way of surfacing. What the Moonstone quietly taught me is that goodness alone does not guarantee moral clarity when we are under pressure. Even well-intentioned people can become confused or misled when circumstances grow complicated. But the novel also reminds us that truth is rarely discovered by one person alone. It often takes patience, process, and the help of others to bring the full picture into view. And that idea still matters today, because truth matters. Truth will always matter. Without truth, everything we build eventually collapses. A life cannot stand if it is built on lies. Each story leaves a trace, sometimes as warning, sometimes as invitation.